Do subscribe if you haven't done already, and ding that bell if you want to be notified the next time I put something up. See you next time. Right, okay, so it's a big day today. I've got to get that SD card into this, finish editing that, get it up to YouTube, do all sorts of timestampy stuff, and then load the template up to WeTransfer, and then we're off for launch day. So, SD card first. Right. Oh, in case you're wondering, this is what I focus with. It's where I'm sitting, so I focus on that. Okay, so that is uploaded. How exciting. And I always like to just watch for the first thumbs down to come up. It's always the same person. But in fact, actually, I know who they are and I know where they live, so they're not up. Oh, no, she is. So, the problem, I dropped my GH5, my roaming thing, the other day. So, I'm going to try and vlog today's adventures, but it's going to be on a GH5S, similar to the one that you're watching at now, which will mean the locked off, oh no, that's the one with the broken hot shoe. So, the locked off images are going to look tasty, flaky tasty. However, when I'm wandering around, it'll be a bit shaky, flaky bake. It doesn't have image stabilization, which is why I use a mixture of GH5s and GH5Ss. Right, I should probably get a battery for this mic. Let's lock and load. Right, last thing to check. Right. Yes, full disclosure, I am staying in a hotel with an upstairs and a downstairs. There's lots of fancy composers who use this hotel because of my vlog, so they gave me an upgrade. Exciting day indeed. I'm doing an Eric Satie orchestration arrangement thing, and then we're going to have a little tipple here, and then we're off to somewhere very exciting.
Change those flags to one.
What's happening?
So we've got to make sure that the SSD pages are also live, so it's added an extra layer.
Okay. So you press and go?
Press and go on pre-orders, which is like holds fort until I think like a few hours 11. To let them go out, so that we make sure that the people who pre-ordered actually get it first, and then we do another switch around when that's done, which is probably
got a big old one.
Oh wow! It takes that long. Yeah.
This one's more colourful than the usual one.
Hello, I'm Nico.
And what, Nico, have you been doing for the last few weeks?
I've been making BBC SSDs and hard drives.
And what's this?
This is a selection of screwdrivers, one in each enclosure.
It'll give you an idea of how many drives you've made.
It's been a fun week.
It's not just the making of the drive, is it? It's organising all the postage and all that.
Yeah, the shipping has been quite interesting, but so far they've gotten there. So
well done, mate. Congratulations.
Cheers.
Grace, why can't we just press go in one go?
There are so many that it would probably break something if we did.
Right. So it goes out in little clumps of like 10? Or?
Yeah, I think it's 10 to 15 at a time, every sort of minute or so.
Hello, mate.
Hello, Christian. How are you doing?
I'm very good. Excellent.
Oh, dear.
So, I'm quite nervous about this one.
Yeah, I'm excited for this.
Right, all set up, ready to go and rolling. Thanks, mate. Cheers. Hi there. Right, I've fed the beast. Funny relationship you have with YouTube channels is, as Rick Beato says, you've just got to keep posting. So I always get a kind of a little bit edgy if I've not created some content. So used a bit of downtime for me. Actually decided against doing this demo here. I'm going to do it in Edinburgh. It's just too much of a different system. I don't feel comfortable with it. So instead of making the time dead, recorded some really interesting interviews. Did you know that Oliver was a professional footballer? Ew. So,
Yes?
How's it going?
It's going
Busy?
really websites down E.
It's just sheer server load.
Oh my god! So there's just too many people downloading and buying, and it's causing odd problems that you wouldn't necessarily associate with websites being busy.
So is that some people have been saying that their apps have crashed and stuff like that?
Yeah, the app's showing an error message, or the plugin showing error 3, all things like this. So it's hurry up and wait for those customers, unfortunately. But we're also beefing up the server, so even if it is this busy into the night, they'll be able to.
And how do you do? Do you just kind of get in touch with Amazon and say more, please?
Do you know? I'm not sure what they do. It's upstairs.
Oh, I hear we've had a bit of servititis.
Yeah, a couple of problems due to we had a bigger load today, of course, on the website with the launch of BBCSO, and the architecture needed to be updated a little just to accommodate that, to deal with all the pre-orders.
Okay. So is that something like just a coding thing, or do you have to?
It's more an architecture thing than a coding thing. It's really how we deploy our servers, how we replicate them. You know, when we have a big amount of traffic, we try to pop new instances of our servers just to accommodate everybody. But we also had so many pre-orders to deal with that it was just too much of a load, so we had to upgrade that a little.
Okay. So is it?
I think we should be almost fine now. Yeah, very good.
Excellent. Because I mean, obviously, when LA goes online.
Yes, that's also why we want to be safe. You know, that tonight when LA goes online, it should be fine.
I am trying to launch a product. The website's crashed. We broke the internet because it's so popular, but we're almost there. We just have to wait a little bit.
So this is so people can download it who haven't pre-ordered.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So when do you anticipate that going up?
Probably in the next hour, hopefully. Yes. Fingers crossed.
Awesome.
There's a lot of last minute things still to be made, but also I think it's, even if you try and kind of prepare by weeks and months in advance, kind of figuring out, we know we're going to need this asset, we know we're going to need this asset.
Yeah. Actually,
when it comes to the day or kind of nearer the time, you've had that extra time working with the kind of building blocks of the identity, and by the kind of final week, you're really able to kind of take everything up a bit of a notch. What's really cool about this, kind of to an extent for the first time in Spitfire's history, this isn't the final day of making everything and kind of creating, this journey. So for the next however many years, we're going to be able to kind of refine stuff still, tweak stuff, and it's going to kind of be more of a living, breathing product.
It's extraordinary. We're all over the web on socials and all that kind of stuff, but there's just something about a bit of print that makes it all the more real. Really delighted with this amazing review by Sound on Sound. How exciting that's come out today of all days. So it's a Suffolk brie. Whoa. Keep it real, keep it Spitfire. Does everyone have a glass with some fizz in it? I know we're thinking BBC, Spitfire, Brie, what is this madness? Is Brie from Suffolk? So this is a personal gift from Paul and I to you guys. We haven't laid the company credit card on this. We just wanted to thank you in person. Whilst we've been talking about how amazing that we're all stood here today with these 3 boxes, what an amazing opportunity it's been. Considering for Paul and I, being in a pub 12 years ago, a story you've heard so many times. I just really want to focus on what an achievement it is for this team. There's no stone that's been unturned here. Everyone has suffered the mentalness of a project of this scale, starting with Harry and team, and Ben is currently on fire upstairs. Thank you to you for achieving literally the impossible, but not only for achieving the impossible, doing it so enthusiastically as always, but what I love about being part of this team is everything we do here, we do, and there's no exception here, we do it with love. So, with love from Paul and I, cheers. Cheers.
Some sound bad and be like,
So how are you doing today, Paul?
I'm very excited. And it's very strange, isn't it, being here and seeing
Well, you and I
spent
spent a lot of time here, haven't we? Kind of coming in and trying to pitch on gigs.
being nervous about whether we're going to win the job or not.
I'm Dominic Walker. I'm Director of Radio and Music, Motion Gallery and Studios English for BBC Studios. And a very warm welcome tonight as we celebrate the BBC Symphony Orchestra sample library. BBC Studios exists to commercialise BBC IP in order to generate revenue, which we put back into the BBC. And in this case, specifically money going back into the BBC Symphony Orchestra. I think the BBC is very proud of its performing groups, and imperative that they get that respect and that they deserve and receive that funding and continued support. And I really think this collaboration has the potential to get the BBC Symphony Orchestra brand to a whole new generation of people, and indeed orchestration to a new generation of people. But before then, I'm delighted that Paul Hughes, who is the director of the BBC Symphony Orchestra, has very kindly agreed to say a few words to us tonight.
Good evening, everybody. It's great to be here. I guess about 18 months ago we were approached through Dominic at BBC Studios about this package, and I was very dubious. Is this the kind of thing that we should really be involved in? We're putting our musicians out of business, and all of these kind of things went through our mind. But we decided to go for it and embark on it. And I have to say, Spitfire are second to none as a company to work with. They are just exemplary. It's extraordinary, and the quality of organisation, of how they have captured the BBC sound is remarkable. And this is an orchestra that is on the eve of its 90th birthday, and from the get-go we have worked with composers. New music is what we do. Not just the squeaky gate end of the market, all kinds of new music. We love working with composers. You are our people, and we are your orchestra. And I hope you love this package as much as we do. We've only just started on what the potential of it is, and it's been a really wonderful opportunity, and I'm pleased to be able to just say those few words and look forward to your reactions to it. It's been an amazing experience. And this film you'll see some of in Maida Vale Studios, well, we still have Maida Vale Studios, and members of the orchestra who embraced this process remarkably well. Not one single complaint. They just sat there with their headphones on doing one note, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. But then it's the alchemy of what the Spitfire team do in building it all together and creating this library, which is where the magic occurs. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Hi, my name's Kristi Henson. I'm one of the founders of Spitfire Audio.
And I'm Paul Thompson.
It's the sense of pride of seeing this kind of collaboration. To have been working with samples for so long, and to feel it's a bit of a hack. It's a bit of a, are we really, is this the way that you should really write orchestral music? And to suddenly see the name BBC Symphony Orchestra is the most extraordinary validation, not only as kind of businessmen that we've become by mistake, but also as composers.
It's been the most successful thing that we've ever launched. It's really absolutely captured everyone's imagination. And so I think when we switched the servers on this morning, so we've been sending out hard drives to people so that they could be ready on launch day to just plug into our server and authorise their copy. People from all over the world have been staying up all night to do this, and I think the servers crashed 2 or 3 times, it burst into flames. There were so many people trying to access the website and stuff. But obviously that didn't last very long, because swiftly sorted out
by our very adept team. Social media is on fire. We're breaking all sorts of records on grumpy forums that our birthplace, the Architrol. And we've also got this handle, #OneOrchestra, this idea that it's a universal starting point. And as you yourself said, this is just the beginning. So should we do some thanks, and then we've got a trailer to play?
Yes.
We'll let everyone have some drinks.
Yes, so we just want to thank everybody in the Spitfire team who's been working so hard on this for the last 2.5 years. Everybody at the BBC Studios, and also the Symphony Orchestra, the management and players who've done, again, bent over backwards to make everything work and make everything happen for us. Scheduling very, very complex diaries and schedules to make sure that we could get in and record as much as we needed. And then finally, thank you to all our friends and family for their help and support.
Putting up with us, not seeing us for a long time. Absolutely, I mean, literally, the Spitfire team has achieved the impossible. We wouldn't be here today had it not been for the musicians. So a massive kind of toast and round of applause for them. Just before we go, we've got some rigs here with the library on, and we've got some people who can help you navigate through, so please do give it a go. Thank you all for coming, and let's run this trailer. So, I'm going to switch the camera off before it gets a bit messy. It's us all letting our head out today. There's been ups and downs and servers exploding, but this has been just incredible for me. You know, I grew up, I don't know, about a quarter of a mile away from here, grew up in Shepherd's Bush, and this was the factory on the hill. And for us to be decking the entire kind of atrium out with this kind of collaborative project is pretty incredible. So thank you so much for staying to the end and for sharing this experience with us, me. Subscribe if you haven't done already. Ding that bell if you want to be notified the next time I put a video up. And that for the Spitfire team, because what they've carried off today is nothing short of incredible. Love you lots, and see you next time.